we're into the mix of juicy SEC games, like plot line driven SEC games. Let's head down to the loveliest village on the plains. Georgia at Auburn. The Bulldogs are a 3.5-point favorite on the road. And I will tell you, Ari, you've not been to Jordan-Hare, have you?
No, I've never been to Auburn, period.
Okay. There are days in Jordan-Hare Stadium where the 1985 Bears could roll in and they would lose. There are just those days. That crowd is incredible. But it's not just them, because sometimes it's the team on the field. This Auburn team clearly still has a lot of talent. They are trying desperately to not start out 0-3 in SEC play. Georgia is okay. They are good. They're above average. They're potentially a playoff team. I don't know if they're a playoff team, though. They got to be able to win a game like this to make the playoff. This is a strange situation because the Auburn backlash began a while ago. The anti-Hugh Freeze backlash in the Auburn fan base began before the season started. But if he starts out 0-3 in the SEC, it will become overwhelming. And it may be the end of Hugh Freeze at Auburn or the beginning of the end of Hugh Freeze at Auburn if he loses this game. That is a pretty powerful motivating factor. Plus, the Auburn fan base, even if they've given up on Hugh Freeze, never gives up on Auburn. Like you saw the last time they fired a coach, after they fired Brian Harsin, that suddenly became the toughest place to play in America when Cadillac was the interim coach. So this team is capable of beating Georgia, especially on one of those days at Jordan-Hare. The question is, will it happen? Will Kirby Smart, Gunnar Stockton, the Bulldogs, will they let it happen?
So in the week leading into the Georgia-Alabama game, you and River sent some text messages, but I think it was mostly you, about my pick of Alabama and how Georgia's just going to win. And I think part of that was because...
And if the dude hadn't dropped the touchdown pass, Georgia would have won.
Perfect. That helps the point I'm about to make. Now I hear you say that Georgia may not even be a playoff team, which I agree with.
I felt that way then, too. I just thought Georgia was going to beat Alabama.
How much of the Georgia aura still exists in your mind? And how much
None of it to Auburn players. Like that, this is not a team that is going to be intimidated by the G on the side of the helmet or the silver breeches. None of that will matter to Auburn players playing in Jordan-Hare Stadium. None of it.
I am just curious that, like, if they are 65% of what they used to be, which is a lot, might sound like an insult to Georgia fans, but if the thing that has been ailing Auburn all year, which is quarterbacks throwing onto the ball too long, and when I say quarterbacks, I mean Jackson Arnold, the difficulty they're having getting the ball to some of their dynamic receivers, all those things like play into what I perceive to be Georgia's strengths. And that's what scares me about this. Now, I know that there is Jordan-Hare voodoo, and I know that Auburn,
yes.
What did I say?
You said Jordan. His name is Shug Jordan.
Man, you're just correcting the shit out of me today.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just know how the folks in Auburn feel about that. They get very upset when people say Jordan-Hare Stadium.
I don't know I don't speak French. I don't know what you just said. I don't even know where I was wrong.
Jordan.
How's it
Jordan?
Spelled? How's it
Michael
spelled?
Jordan. Shug Jordan.
How does it spelled?
It's spelled Jordan. It is pronounced Jordan.
I'm fine with that mistake. I've made bigger one. Their weakness seems to play into Georgia's strength. It scares me, doesn't it?
What's their weakness?
Holding onto the ball too long and having a hard time.
What does Georgia rank in sacks per game?
Oh, are they having a bad year with their sacks? Correct.
Yeah, they rank 109th in the country in sacks per game.
That's crazy.
Their weakness does not play into Georgia's strength.
That's crazy. Has it been that bad?
Terrible. They don't have a good pass rush. And so that's the question is, does Jackson Arnold hold on to the ball so long that Georgia can actually get to him? Or is this the one team that Jackson Arnold is going to be able to get the ball out against? Really, how you answer that question will determine how you pick this game.
I'm dumbfounded right now. Wow. See, I was assigning old Georgia qualities to
that's what you can't assume.
And I've been the one all year to say don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah, the pass rush or lack thereof has been the Georgia defense's biggest problem this year. The question is that because they've had to play Ty Simpson, who gets the ball out quick and is decisive? But Cutter Boley is not the greatest quarterback in the world.
Yeah, this is difficult. You put me in
how you feel about that question alone is how you'll pick this game. Like, if you think Georgia's going to get there and get home and sack Jackson Arnold, then you will take Georgia cover. If you think that Jackson Arnold will be able to get the ball out because Georgia can't get there, you should pick Auburn.
I don't know. I was going to pick Georgia, and now I might not.
Got you in a blender now.
You did, yeah. No, I'm flustered right now. Can you not tell?
Well, but that's the thing. Like, it's one of those deals where we're early enough in the season where we still don't know what it all means, and I think that's the hardest part with Georgia, because there is talent. There are future NFL players. Joey Aguilar threw for 371 against Georgia. Now, he's a more decisive passer. And again, it may be just because they've played Joey Aguilar and Ty Simpson, who are very decisive passers who get the ball out on time. That may be why their stats are down.
They only had 2 sacks against Kentucky, and I watched that whole game, and it felt like they were terrorizing them.
They were in his face. Now, look, the Kirby defense has never valued sacks. They value disruption of the quarterback more than they value sacks, because a disrupted quarterback might throw an interception. So
that's how I made the mistake.
Yeah, it's not necessarily the act of getting the quarterback on the ground. Like, if you are in his face, you're still doing the job.
Yeah. But we just watched Georgia for 4 quarters put an opposing quarterback through hell. And that was the last thing that I saw. So to hear the actual statistics of how bad they are of getting home is still rattling my brain.
It's still not good. Their pressure rate's not good. It's one of the lower ones in the country.
Yeah.
Their havoc rate is not good.
I still think I'm going to pick Georgia, man. I still think I'm going to do it. I want to see Jackson Arnold punish somebody.
This may be the team. Maybe. Because he is athletic, and if he slips out, he can gain some yards. But I also am interested in Georgia's offense. Like, how much do they just lean on, like, Chauncey Bowers? Like, maybe just let Chauncey Bowers run all over somebody. Auburn's defense is pretty good. It's not going to be easy to do that necessarily, but maybe just a heavy dose of Chauncey Bowers and Nate Frazier. Like, let's go back to old Georgia. This is the old Georgia.
The entire game, you nailed it, man. This entire game is whether or not Georgia can sack or disrupt Jackson Arnold, or if Jackson Arnold can deliver into Georgia's actual weakness, which is their secondary, right?
Mm-hmm.
Their secondary is their weakness, not their front seven.
We're going to find out. We're going to find out. You're going to take Georgia to cover.
I'm scared.
I told you my theme today is I'm a little worried because I'm too high on.
I'm changing my mind. I'm taking Auburn.
There you go. All right. I'm still taking Georgia
right now. I'm looking at the stats right now, and their pass defense is porous, and their pressure rates are bad. And the thing that I thought would kill Auburn in this game, plus what is it, Jordan? How do you say it?
Jordan.
Jordan.
Not Jordan. Jordan is Bill Belichick's girlfriend.
Is that how you pronounce her name?
No.
Oh,
But
Jordan.
it's how it's spelled.
Jordan. Yeah. Jordan-Hare.
There, you got it. If you're going to pick Auburn, you got to pronounce the stadium correctly, and then now you are.
I've never heard anybody pronounce it that way. Maybe it's because I'm a Yankee Big
Everybody
Tenner.
who pronounced it correctly pronounced it that way.
I know, but the mistake I made is a common one, right?
By non-ball knowers, sure.
I'm a non-ball knower. I'm a non-Southern ball knower.
Yeah. Producer River just in our group text for a casual, sure.
Yeah.
Now, look, I have an unfair advantage on this. Shug Jordan and my mom are from the same small hometown in Alabama. So
yeah,
they're both from Selma. So like,
you have insider information.
If you spent serious time in Selma and you don't know how to pronounce Shug Jordan's name, you have a problem. So I did pay attention in my childhood. So I'm going to take Georgia, though. I will take Georgia to cover. I again, very scared because I'm a little high on road favorites in this game or in this week.
It's really hard still because of muscle memory to pick against Georgia. It really is.
This is more me voting against the current Auburn administration, which I believed in, thought they were going to be a 9-win team this year. But I haven't seen them make any adjustments to do anything any better or any differently. And so I'm saying they're probably going to be the same, and Georgia's going to squeak it out. Like I don't think Georgia's going to dominate it.
Cam Coleman breakout game coming up.
Okay. Well, I mean, last year was against A&M, so it's possible against a good team. It can be done.